Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion, located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. It's everything you never needed to know. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What does the word aphodial mean?
What's your language? Why are ostriches really, really happy to see you? Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy, and this week we scour the internet to find out these useless tidbits just for you.
Plus, we'll have another entry from our mailbag. This week, a couple of listeners really like our show. And in the
Like
news...
an ostrich?
Oh, even more than an ostrich. And in the news, gaining success with failures.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome. You know what, Roy? Guess what? We're just a couple of countries away from hitting 100.
Yay!
98 countries around the world.
Nick and I didn't even know there were 100 countries.
No, we can't even spell countries.
That's what a Y, isn't it?
Why not?
Down the garden path with Nick and Roy.
You know, it's been a while since we were talking to Mother. That's Mother Nature, by the way. I don't know if you knew. That's not the voice. That's Mother Nature. Yeah, and
she sounds like it.
Yeah, she's
like
hot.
Like a dirty Mother Nature.
Yeah, she's hot.
You know, dirt. You know.
Yeah.
The trees and everything.
Right. Yeah. And she's hot because of global warming. Okay. Yeah. Let us get this right.
Let us entertain you.
Lettuce is a member of the sunflower family,
known
as Asteraceae, which is one of the largest families of flowering pants. Flowering pants. There you go. It's flower pants. I'm sorry, that's what I'm wearing today. Which is one of the largest families of flowering plants. Off to a great start. As a botanical cousin to sunflowers, daisies, and marigolds, lettuce shares similar compound flower structures and produces seeds that resemble those of dandelions.
Oh, that is so cool. See, that right off the bat, Nick.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, lettuce.
Yes. Let us entertain you, as you said. Let us put on our flowering pants.
I was going to say, let's keep your flowering pants on, okay?
Okay.
Until the 18th century, tomatoes were called poison apples.
Oh, they were.
You know why?
Were they poison?
Yeah, people didn't eat tomatoes. They thought they were poisonous. So they said, don't eat those. They're poison apples. So up until the 18th century, tomatoes were frowned upon. They were not planted. They were something that would grow wild, but they said stay away from them.
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
It is. So, so every time, because we're Italian, every time our wives make us spaghetti with meatballs with lots of tomato sauce.
Yeah, check your insurance policy.
Exactly. Oh, no, they already did. Now, I don't know if you do this. I practice this almost every opportunity I get the chance. Plants may grow faster if you talk to them.
They do.
Do you talk to plants?
Oh, I do all the time.
There you go. Do they talk?
People think it's strange,
but
but I have entire conversations with plants.
You do now.
It very much feels like me talking to you.
Oh, leave me alone. So now, if the plants are answering you back, there's a real problem. Plants can sense sound vibrations. Research indicates that low-level vibrations in the 115 to 250 hertz range can act as stimulus, potentially aiding in, or at least not hindering, plant growth. Some studies, including from the Royal Horticultural Society, suggest that plants, specifically tomatoes, grew better when spoken in a kind, consistent voice. Yes, you might be poisonous, but we love you.
Very nice.
But it's not about the words, though. It's more about the frequency and tone of your voice.
which means most of Nick's flowers and plants are all dead. Just laying on their
There you go.
side,
No, you know what?
screaming. They actually make little signs that say "Help me."
They're playing dead. They're not really. They're just.
The daffodil says "Help me." The other one says, "Please, somebody shut him up." He's killing us.
He is.
In Greek mythology, Nick,
Yes.
Hyakinthos.
Yes.
Hyakinthos.
I think so. I think I had that once.
yeah.
And something penicillin helped.
Yeah, I think I ate a burrito once and had a hyakinthos. Okay, but anyway, the god of spring, okay, is Hakathos.
All right.
And according to Greek mythology, the Hakathos was accidentally killed by the god Apollo by mistake. And as his blood ran out, a flower grew from the blood.
Oh.
And that flower was called a hyacinth.
Oh.
Because of his name. So, of course, Greek mythology says that the hyacinth grew from the blood of Hyakinos. And hyacinth becomes the flower of sorrow and resurrection.
Yeah, but that's not something. Wow. There you go. That's fantastic.
Pretty cool, right?
How much water do you figure you drink in a day?
I don't drink water, Nick. It's too good for you. I drink diet soda and I probably drink like 4. Sure. I swear to you, I drink 4 big bottles of it a day.
So when the time comes when later on, I don't know, 50, 60 years from now, when you'll pass, your body will be in perfect shape. You won't decompose at all with all the chemicals in your body.
No, I was going to say, it's probably like I'm already embalmed.
With diet soda. There you go. So a large mature oak tree, as opposed to an immature oak tree, can consume 100 to 200 gallons of water per day, with some estimates up to 40,000 gallons per year through the process of what they call transpiration. This intense water consumption is used to fuel growth, provide cooling, and release moisture back into the atmosphere, because oak trees are a giving tree.
Yeah, they're a giver.
Yes, they are.
Nick.
They are a giver.
You know, Nick, people are learning a lot from this garden section. You know?
Laugh and learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're flourishing with information.
We're nice guys. Listen, what's the difference between an herb and a spice?
Okay. Well,
don't, Nick.
No,
please.
you don't want me to ask you what's the difference between a herb and a spice?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
An herb is from the leaf of a plant. So herbs only come from the leaves of plants.
Okay.
But spice comes from the seed, the bark, the root, or the berry of a plant. So spice does not come from the leaf of a plant, but herbs do.
So one is above the soil, one's below the soil. Is that it?
Not necessarily, because the bark is above the soil.
Right. Okay. True.
But so the spice has, like different areas it can come from, but an herb can never come from the seed, the bark, or the root, or the berry.
Okay.
It only can come from the leaf.
Now, you're living in a really warm climate of Florida, which you do, and I live in Toronto.
And not today, though. Not today. Today, I think it was 43, and it's going down to 38.
Wow, which is like 34, 33 Celsius. Sorry.
No, that's really bad
Fahrenheit.
for us. That's like 20 below for you guys, honestly.
Yeah, no, it is. It's below 0 Fahrenheit, but it's also, for us, will be something like maybe 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. You poor thing. But in Toronto, we do have 4 seasons, and I do actually can grow a lawn. You have lawns on your property, right? Okay.
All year round.
Now, have you ever counted how many blades of grass there are in the average size of the lawn?
I started counting the blades of grass in my lawn, Nick. And
Look at the name of a great novel, The Blades of Grass. Huh? Studies and lawn experts generally estimate.
Nick, it's a book that's only like 2 pages.
Right. I went to the bookstore. They say that you can pick up somebody if you're really interested in picking up like a soulmate or someone, someone, a companion. A bookstore is best place to go. Unless, don't do what I do. What I did before I met my wife was I went to the self-help section. Doesn't work. One of my pickup lines was, "Hey, I'm like Bounty. I'm the quicker picker-upper." Anyway, so studies and lawn experts generally estimate that a well-maintained, average-sized residential lawn contains 7 to 8.5 million blades of grass.
Oh, wow. See, there you go.
Start
That's
counting.
cool.
1, 2,
The daffodil. Just cut 'em
3,
off.
4.
The daffodil
Yeah.
is named from an old English name. This is my teaser.
Your teaser. Okay, great.
Okay, the old English name for it was Affo, A-F-F-O,
Okay.
one word,
Yeah.
and Dal, D-Y-A-L, which means in Old English, cometh early, and that's what the daffodil does. It's one of the first flowers to bloom.
So tell me again. What's
They called it Affo, A-F-F-O, Dal, D-Y-A-D-Y-L-E, Affo, Dal.
Daffodil.
Which means
Daffodil.
cometh early.
All right.
Which is what Nick's girlfriends used to say to him.
Absolutely. Cometh
Call him
early.
an alpha-dial.
But stay late. Thanks for joining us on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for listening to us, because really, if you don't listen to us, no one else will. And you listen, laugh, and learn. But you know what people are doing more and more today than ever before, Roy? They are going to nickandroy.com and ordering birthday messages.
And they should, because honestly, it's the greatest gift you'll ever buy anybody. And they'll be the ones to tell you that. And for a small price, and I mean a small price, you will be the superstar of all times. And I mean that.
Yep.
We have email after email. Go to nickandroy.com, type on the Nick and Roy store. You'll see a thing that says birthday messages. There's actually a sample. It's a mini show that we do about the person and the date of their birth and the year of their birth. We do this whole show thing. It's fantastic. People freak out. They send it to their friends and they say, look at what this person sent me. They're the greatest person in the whole wide world.
Exactly. nickandroy.com.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Animals, 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 crazy animals.
I think that was the very first jingle you created when we started the show back in 2019.
Yeah, I think so. And you put that little pussycat in at the end.
Yeah. So I added the sound effects of the animals. I hired them. I hired them at scale. They were union actors, and they pretty much right on cue. They were great. So what do you got in the animal world today?
Leprosy, Nick.
Yeah.
Was a terrible disease. It was kind of like almost like the Black Plague at times, because people that got leprosy were put out into leper colonies. Entire islands
Okay.
at times were filled with just lepers. They banished them to islands because they didn't want the population to be infected with this horrible lesion type disease that would eat away at your body. It's just horrendous. But scientists are flipping out because most animals can't get it.
Oh,
except for the armadillo.
really?
And they don't know why armadillos can contract leprosy.
That's
Now
interesting.
I'm saying to myself, maybe they're the ones that spread it.
Oh, they're the carriers.
That's why they wear that suit of armor. They're
That's
probably decaying underneath, you know?
Maybe they don't clean it out as
Sneaky
often. As
things.
they are.
Sneaky bastards.
You know, you said that they put the lepers in leper colonies, and they're all, you know what they're called there. They're called leprechauns. Okay, here's my teaser.
That was the stupidest joke.
What did you expect? How much did you pay to get
Speaking
in?
of animals, Nick,
Yes.
what did the judge say when the skunk entered the courtroom?
I don't know. What did the judge say when the skunk entered the courtroom?
Odor in the court.
That's right.
See, I could say stupid crap
Yeah,
too, Nick.
listen, that joke comes to you from the same people who brought you why their cows wear bells around their necks, because their horns don't work. Okay.
That came from Marie.
Right,
And
there you
shout
go.
out to Marie in
Hello,
Long
Marie.
Island, New York.
Hello, Marie. Okay, here you go. Now, I want you to turn down your lights, way down low. Light a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready? Spread some rose petals all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
The presence of humans can trigger sexual arousal in
You
ostrich.
notice he hasn't done this. In a
Yeah,
while.
exactly. I can't even say it. The presence of
Get
humans.
back. Get back to your. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so ready? The presence of humans can indeed trigger sexual arousal and courtship behavior in ostriches. This phenomenon,
Really?
yeah, it's particularly common among farm-raised ostriches, not the wild ones, but the ones that are raised on a farm, the more prim and proper ostriches, I would imagine. They have imprinted on their caretakers, causing them to view humans as potential mates rather than other ostriches. And then after an experience with you, they buried their head in the sand.
It all comes back to the ostrich.
It
doesn't
does, yes,
Nick?
it does.
Sometimes when I was younger, we were caught necking. see, it's an ostrich.
There you go. It's fantastic. There you go. The brain of an ostrich right there.
Ostriches.
Yes.
Okay, so just so you folks know, we do not know what we're going to say to
No,
each other.
That's right.
So Nick had an ostrich one, and guess what? I'm skipping the one I was going to do to go right to the ostrich.
Okay. All right.
Ostriches have something that's the largest of any land animal. And what do you think it would be? You probably think their neck, right?
Their neck, certainly not their brain. Their legs.
Nope.
Oh,
They have the largest eyes of any land animal.
really?
About the size of a white billiard ball.
Oh,
Their eyes are huge.
so their eyes are bigger than their brains,
Yep.
which explains lots. Because if they think you have, some sexual arousal going on, there's something going on there. There's something wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can't even remember what they see.
No. And sometimes that's a good thing. This one I call the warm otter. Are you supposed to say
Ooh.
the warm
okay.
otter what? Now, see, that's your line, right? So this is the warm otter.
The otter what, Nick?
Okay. Sea otters possess the densest, thickest fur of any animal.
Oh.
They have up to 1 million hairs per square inch.
Oh, so keep them warm.
This extreme density is essential for survival as they lack insulating blubber. Very unlike us. Now they rely
We
on
have no hair, but we have plenty of blubber.
100%, which is why we would survive in the winter in
Nick
the
has
Arctic.
absolutely no hair.
Right, exactly, and plenty of blubber.
He doesn't even have any blubber on his head either.
Yes, located elsewhere. Location.
Yeah.
So they don't have insulating blubber, relying on air trapped in their fur to stay warm and dry, and dry in cold, icy waters. Now, the fur is composed of 2 layers: long, waterproof guard hairs and dense underfur, which trap the air, as we said. And also, here's one going down the rabbit hole or down the otter hole. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping so they don't drift apart.
If you listen to Totally Useless Information, you would have known that.
That's right, exactly.
So get ready to say, "Oh, that's lovely."
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay?
Yeah.
You want to practice?
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Swans, Nick. Swans mate for life. They meet the swan that they fall in love with,
Mm-hmm.
and they stay with that mate. Even if the mate gets sick and can't function, they stay with it and they die together.
No? Oh, how nice.
No, you see, he screwed up.
Oh, how lovely. That's amazing. So they stick with their mate no matter, right to the very end.
That's their swan song.
There you go. Their swan song when they go. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to talk about horses here right now. I'm going to talk about horses. When
Okay.
you
Why don't
want,
you talk about horses?
I'm going
Nick?
to talk about horses.
Come on, giddy up.
When you I think you've owned horses, right? Or your dad had owned horses at one time?
We grew up with horses.
Okay.
Nick.
Now,
Not just our dates.
did you ever measure a horse?
You know, Nick, No,
Okay.
actually, they're measured in hands.
That's right. When you want to measure the height of a horse, you use the method of hands. A hand is a traditional unit. A hand is a traditional unit used to measure a horse's height from the ground to the top of its withers, from the ridge between the shoulder blades, in case you didn't know what that
Right.
was. So one hand is basically 4 inches, roughly, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Horses can be measured in hands. For example, 15.2 horse hands is 15 hands 2 inches or 62 inches. So the fact is that horses are measured by hands.
And we had quarter horses, which were very tall.
Oh, okay.
And then we had a Tennessee Walker, which was a shorter horse by maybe 2 hands or something like that. So
Okay.
not a
There you go.
lot. But not to go down the rabbit hole, but
Mm-hmm.
remember we said on one of our sayings, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
That's
meant
correct.
that somebody would give you a horse and you'd look at the teeth to see how old it was. Why would you do that when somebody just gave it to you? So that would be disrespectful.
There you go.
So that's where the saying, don't look a gift horse in the mouth comes from.
Nice. Very good.
A woodpecker, Nick, another name that they used to call me
Yes.
in high school.
Woodpecker? Oh, how lovely. Give me some ostrich eyes. That's what it is. That's an ostrich eye.
Yeah, woodpeckers, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for this. They wrap their tongue around their head when they're about to peck
Really?
to protect their brain.
Right. Okay.
It stops their head from like shaking too much. It insulates their brain because they're pounding on whatever, like a piece of wood, like brrr,
Yeah.
and it would affect their brain. So they wrap this extremely long tongue around their head.
So I think I've told this story before when we were on holidays, my wife and I, and we're in the middle of this beautiful forest. It's nice and quiet. Like it's so quiet that when the leaf hits, leaves the tree and hits the ground, you could hear it. That's how quiet it is.
Yeah.
And in the distance, I hear tap, 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 tap. And I turned to my wife and I said, "Isn't this lovely? Someone's out here writing a book or something, maybe a novel, in this beautiful natural setting." You know, she goes, "No, you idiot. That's a woodpecker." I'm like, all right.
Oh my God.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
Nick and Roy for Tom's Place, where February is all about hearts and family. Tom's father, William Mahalik, born February 20th, 1916, and in 1958, he opened the original store with a simple belief: take care of your customers, work hard, and offer the best deal.
Let me tell you too, it's a real family business, and there's another generation coming up, and they take care of the customer like their family. These values are still the heart of Tom's Place, and Tom is celebrating that legacy all month with the Family Day Sale. This is an incredible deal on menswear. Guys, the Family Day Sale, premium suits that are normally $5.95 for the suit, which is a good price to begin with. We're not going to slash it in half. No, $229.
Wow. Dress shirts, only $60. Put together a complete casual outfit from Bugatti or Jack Victor for 50% off.
Wow, Bugatti shirts. I love Bugatti shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready, folks. Winter coats. We're going to take 50% off. They're starting at $275, and get ready. Gorgeous cashmere sweaters. Cashmere. They're 50% off of the regular price of Tom's Place.
It's all about family, and everyone is treated like part of the family at Tom's Place. Visit 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market and online at toms-place.com. That's toms-place.com.
Tom's Place will suit you.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here of groups. What would you call a group of ferrets? A really...
Ferrari?
No, it's called a business. A group of ferrets is called a business.
Cool.
What is a group of owls called?
I don't know.
Are you supposed to say who? See, that's your
Who?
line. Who? Yeah.
Who?
A group of owls is called a parliament.
Parliament.
And a group of jellyfish is called a smack.
That is great.
Yeah,
That is great.
Yeah.
Folks, rewind that one and write it
No,
down.
no, it's
That's
okay.
a
Here,
cool one.
I'll rewind it for you.
Yeah.
A group of ferrets is called a business. A group of owls is called a parliament, and a group of jellyfish is called a smack.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, great.
See? Now I know. I got to tell somebody.
Yes.
That's what happens on this show, folks. People hear stuff and they tell people the next day. It's just
wait
so
a
cool.
minute. Hold on. What do you mean you got to tell somebody? We just told our audience.
We start so many conversations around the world in 100 countries, Nick.
You know
Think
what?
about that.
That's right.
We're very influential.
We are. Well, we're influencers. We are podcast Yeah, okay. If you remember, when we first started the podcast.
Influence people to throw themselves off a building.
Right, yeah, exactly. No, like when we first started.
Please don't do that at home.
No, don't. Yeah, do it on the road. Don't do it at home. So when we first started and people started giving us feedback about our show, they said, we love your show for many reasons. You guys are funny. But the main thing is because we're introverts, you help us start conversations. So we instantly became the podcast for introverts.
Yeah. We're better than some of these dating sites.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, you got all mixed up because you got excited when you passed the international date line. It's not a dating service.
You want to know what a dating site is, Nick?
What's that?
When I stand there naked.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it is a sight to see, isn't it? Woodpeckers rejoice. Yes. So there's a blue whale who's really big. The blue whale's heart, actually, is the largest known heart of all, I guess, mammals, animals. The blue whale's heart weighs 400 to 1,300 pounds.
Whoa.
Or 180 to 590 kilograms in Canadian terms. Now, the heart alone measures 5 feet long, which is like a small car, right?
That's insane.
Its main artery, the aorta, is wide enough and having a diameter of 9 to 12 inches that a small human could crawl through it.
Unbelievable.
Yep. That's a big animal.
All joking aside, that's insane.
It is.
400, 500, 600, 800 pound heart.
Yeah. A 9 to 12 inch opening, so a small human can crawl through it. And but we would recommend.
That's another thing that they.
Yeah, they used to call you in high school. Thanks for joining us here on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. As we said, we invite you to go to our website, nickandroy.com. And you can also sign up, go to the bottom of the page. You can sign up for our newsletter. And as a matter of fact, my mailbag talks about, is from listeners who, I talked about the newsletter on the radio show that I'm on here in Toronto. I'll tell you all about that. But now let's get to one of our newer topics, words. It's words. We have to get the voice lady to do an intro for this one. I have to figure one out.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have an intro.
No, we don't. But that was it. That was it. Yeah.
This is a good one.
Here's my first word: a snollygoster. Snollygoster is an American term dating back to the 19th century that describes a shrewd, unprincipled person, particularly a politician who lacks principles and acts out of self-interest. No comment. It's a form of political slang for a dishonest or opportunistic person who seeks power or victory. Snollygoster.
Wow.
Yep.
The old snollygoster.
Yes.
I just like saying it.
That's fun.
Okay, there is a word that was shortened from 2 words to 1.
Okay, very
They
economical.
used the word whale and they used the word horse.
Wood horse.
They used the WAL from whale and the RUS from the sound of horse.
Okay.
You get walrus,
Oh.
which looked like a whale and a horse.
Oh, there you
so
go.
they called it a walrus. Whale horse.
Are you a walrus? I am a walrus. Wasn't that a Beatles song?
Cuckoo-cuckoo.
Cuckoo-cuckoo, yes.
God bless you.
Gesundheit. Gubbins. Gubbins is the word. It's a British informal.
Gubbins.
Yeah, it's a British informal term for miscellaneous, unimportant items, gadgets, or bits and pieces. It can also refer to rubbish, waste material, or a foolish person. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Gubbins. That's right.
It's actually
right. It refers to
you know,
rubbish.
Nick, when you pass away,
Yeah.
on your tombstone, I'm gonna write that Gubbins.
Gubbins.
Nick
And they're like,
Gubbins.
we thought his last name was different. No, it's Nick Gubbins. It refers to rubbish, waste material, or a foolish person. There you go. Wonderful. You could put some flower pants all over the grave.
Let's do another two words into one thing.
Okay.
There's a Welsh word,
Welsh word. Yep.
kind of Old English, Welsh
Yes.
word for head,
Okay.
which is pen,
Okay.
is your head, and the word white, okay, which is Gwayn, Gywn.
Okay.
Put them together, and you get white head,
Mm-hmm.
penguin, penguin,
Penguin.
penguin,
Penguin.
because of their white inlay and their white head.
Oh, that's
They call them
crazy.
penguins.
Let's go down the rabbit hole again. And you talked about how swans, they mate for life. Same thing with penguins. And the way that they choose their mate is they take a pebble and they put it in, the male would take the pebble, put it in front of the female. And that basically is like a proposal, if you will. He's giving him her a stone, and they mate for life. Very similar to swans. There you go. Wow. And you know, here's the cool part about it. No, but here's the cool part about the penguin though, because he not only does he propose right there with the propose and they live for life. He's already dressed for the wedding by wearing a tuxedo.
Didn't we have on the show where penguins give rocks to their mate?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, because
I
it's
wasn't
like
even paying attention to you.
It's okay because you've got rocks in your head, but that's okay. No, that's fine. No, but that's how they go up to the female and they say, "I would like to spend the rest of my life with you."
They
But
give
like-
him a rock,
Yeah, they give him a rock and
like we do. We give a rock,
yeah.
carrot, couple
Exactly, and it's a
carrot
polished rock. No, but they find a polished one. That's the interesting part, really. And then they do mate for life. They're loyal animals, and like I said, he's already dressed up.
I got a cool one, Nick.
Okay.
This one everybody needs to really write down.
Okay.
If it was Friday, and I wanted to talk about Wednesday, right? I would have to say this is the day before yesterday,
Okay.
which is very confusing.
It is. Yeah.
To say it's the day before yesterday. Like you could say yesterday, but you'd have to say it was the day before yesterday.
Right.
That would be Wednesday if it was Friday.
That's correct.
There's
Okay.
actually a word, one word, to say that. And it's called Nordustertain. Nordustertain.
Okay, and it sounds like something you take if you have like a scrape on your knee or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you to say that's right. So the day before, so you say the day before today, the day before yesterday, rather. There's a word
You'd
for
say,
that.
well, it's Friday, and you say, well, Nordustertain,
Okay,
which
got it.
means Wednesday.
That's right.
If it was Thursday, it would be Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Nordustertain.
You
would be
know,
Tuesday.
we talked about when we talk about food. I think I brought up this idea. I would like to open up a restaurant called Yesterdays, and the reason for that is usually when you make food or something and it sits for a day, it tastes better the next day, right? So the restaurant I would open, I'd call it Yesterday because all the food was done yesterday, right? So it always tastes good. And then when you call for a reservation,
right,
along the same lines of what you're talking about, they'll say, hi. First of all, you say, good evening, yesterday. They go, okay, can I make a reservation for tonight? Okay, so you want to make a reservation tonight at Yesterday's.
Right.
But don't come today. We're closed today. Come tomorrow. Come tomorrow to Yesterday's.
Okay, who's on first? I want a restaurant called Tomorrow's in case Wimpy comes in. I'll say, pay me today for the...
No, it was
You eat
no.
tomorrow.
I'll buy you. No, I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That was the expression, which I don't know where it came from.
I'll gladly pay you.
You know, we have a
Tuesday for
Wimpy's
hamburger
Diner
today.
up here. I don't know if you have. I don't know if it's a chain of hamburger
Oh,
places.
yeah, it's a chain, all right.
It is.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
All right, Gardy-loo. Gardy-loo is not as much of an expression, but it's a warning cry. In medieval and early European times, like in cities like in Edinburgh and Paris, people would routinely dispose of human waste by throwing it out their windows onto the streets below. But the warning cry was, Gardy-loo, to let people know that, look out, here comes the human waste coming out the window. Gardy-loo.
Maybe that's why I say I'm going to the loo.
That's right.
Get ready. I love this one. It was Napoleon
Yes.
who saw the troops wounded on the field.
Oh,
Okay. So Napoleon watched the battle and he said, those men are wounded.
ah,
We need to get them off the field. So he invented a cart that
Okay.
men could run onto the field and put the wounded soldiers on and run them off the field.
right.
So he called this cart the Hospital Ambulance,
Ah,
which we then called an ambulance.
ambulance. Yeah, there you go. I can get the root from that word.
Which meant the cart meant to wheel them to the hospital.
Right.
In French terms. Yeah. How crazy, right?
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah, where these words come from. I love that.
We've often invited you to join our website. Go to our website. Many things you can do there, like order the birthday messages.
You can sign up for our newsletter.
You can do that. Also, you can leave us a voicemail message. Go to the front page and you can click on there and you leave us a voicemail message, or you can send us an email.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
So my mailbag comes from a couple of listeners to News Talk 1010. It's the radio station I work at during the day when I'm not doing this show. And it's part of one of the stations on the iHeartRadio Talk Network, one of the many stations across Canada, the United States, and, of course, almost 100 countries around the world. And
By the way, Nick, I didn't know we have a iHeart headquarters here in Fort Myers, Florida.
Exactly. That's why we say United States and Canada.
Yeah.
And so our host, John Moore on News Talk 1010, was talking about different things with useless information. And he's great because he often supports our show. And I said on the radio, you can sign up for our newsletter, nickandroy.com. And so I got a few people who've done so, and thank you. But this one, in addition to that, they said, hey, dear Nick and Roy, this is Mary and Frank. We look forward to your radio shows. Thank you for your special content and the levity you gift to all your listeners in this indeed upside-down world. Nick, we've also enjoyed hearing you all these years on News Talk 1010 CFRB. You are such a massive talent. I love these people. We're so glad you mentioned your newsletter on More in the Morning, and here we are because she sent us an email. But there's nothing useless about smiles and laughter anytime. Please keep shining your bright lights. Best regards from two of your fans, Mary and Frank. Thank you.
I have one that I saved for when we did words.
Okay, good.
Susie from London, England.
Hello, Susie.
She says, hi, guys. Love the show. Also, love words on the show. I use the word funky a lot. Is it derived from funk music? Because that's what one of my friends said, funk music, which is very popular, I think, in the U.S. But I said I would shoot an email to my friends, Nick and Roy from Totally Useless Information.
Okay.
Thanks for all the information that you guys give us. We love your show and hope you guys keep it up. She said, thanks again. Funk. Where does the word funk come from?
Oh,
so I looked
funk.
it up. It's an old French, from Old French, not French, the language that we know today. It's
Right.
the Old French
Okay.
language. It meant to blow smoke. Funk was to blow smoke because when they walked in rooms that were generally used to smoke tobacco,
Right.
it had a funk smell. So, Susie, you are funky, baby.
On the show today, we talked about going down the garden path. We talked about
Folks.
animals. What is that smell? We talked about animals. We talked about words. It is time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
So this news item has nothing to do with Florida. As a matter of fact, it's not even in your country. This comes to us comes from a former Ontario Premier, Kathleen Wynne. She sent us this submission. She said this will be perfect for your show. So she listens to our show, and thank you, Kathleen Wynne, for listening to our show. What is it? Well, it's a museum of personal failure. So thank you for thinking of us, Kathleen. When you saw this item, it's the Museum of Personal Failure. It was actually a pop-up museum, so it's not around anymore because it closed by now. But in British Columbia, on the West Coast,
I'm sure it did close.
That's right. It failed. That's what happened. The Museum of Personal Failure wasn't really successful, and so it closed its doors. They put their own misfires on display at this Museum of Personal Failure. The exhibition was dreamed up by Burnaby resident Yvonne Collins, who was inspired by the end of a romantic relationship. She said she just needed to do something about it, and that's what she did. So she started to curate these, I guess, personal failures. So this museum featured a wall of reject, which is plastered with various employment applications that were rejected, and
pictures of us.
No, picture of us.
The wall of rejects.
We were part of the logo. So it was these letters of employment that didn't go anywhere, and letters of firing notices.
Oh.
This other woman, Jennifer Collins, submitted her wedding dress because she wanted to tell the story about how a failing that occurred in her marriage, and she wanted to move on, and so she said, I figured I'd just donate the dress.
And Nick's dates.
Oh,
Advances.
there was a whole wing.
Wall of rejection.
That was a whole wing to that museum. Are you kidding?
That was a wing.
Yeah, it was a wing. Casey Valensky, a bladesmith, submitted a knife he made with which turned out to be unsharpenable due to the chemical properties of his quenching oil.
So even his knife was a reject.
That was a failure. Failure is a step forward, he says. You don't go forward unless you fail. Now, wasn't it Thomas Edison who it took him 10,000 tries before he got to invent the light bulb? Or something like that.
But failure is the only way for you to. It's the mother of invention.
Exactly. Right? WD-40, water displacement 40. There were 39
40 times.
The previous 39 formulas didn't work, and so the 40th one did. So things like that.
Right.
Okay. So this was a pop-up museum. Maybe it'll come up in your area, but it was in the Museum of Failure that ran through the beginning of this month. By the way, next stop on this pop-up museum, Fort Myers. That's all the time we have.
Let me tell you something. They better get a big warehouse.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We promise, we will scour the internet to find out more totally useless information just for you.
So until then, tell all your reject friends to listen to the show
right.
religiously.
Yes.
There's hundreds of episodes, folks, on nickandroy.com for you to listen to. So you can binge listen, which is really cool, and get yourself an education at the same time.
Exactly. I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is recorded and produced in Canada. For more totally useless information, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.